pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the Bryan City Council meeting for Monday, May 1st. Our first item on our agenda this evening will be approval of the minutes. Council, you have those before you.
I move to approve.
I'll second.
Carrie?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Second item is hearing of public concerns, and seeing no one at this time, we'll move on to the third item, which is an ordinance. Lori, would you please number and read?
Ordinance number 12, 2017. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Hanks Plumbing and Heating for the project known as Bryan Wastewater Treatment Plant, Effluent Disinfection, Grit Removal, and Digester Improvements.
Okay, bids were taken on this project, and the Hanks Plumbing and Heating was within the estimate of $3,031,578. Kirk Brothers also had a bid on that. The engineer's estimate was $2,856,515. And so after looking over the bid and so forth, they're within the 10% limit, so they got the bid for this project.
Council, any discussion? If not, I'd entertain a motion to suspend.
So moved.
I'll second.
Keith?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Keith?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Next item is a resolution providing for the establishment of a new fund. Lori?
Resolution number 12, 2017, a resolution providing for the establishment of a new fund. This would be the fund number 430 for the wastewater treatment plant, effluent disinfection, grit removal, digester improvement fund.
Okay, after approving amount of money to hire the contractor for this, we need to get the funds, to get the money to put in to pay for it. Number 430.
I move to suspend.
Second.
Carrie?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Judy?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Next item is an ordinance. Lori, would you please number and read?
Ordinance number 13, 2017, an ordinance providing for annual appropriations for the city of Bryan for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2017, and declaring an emergency. This is an appropriation request of $9,800 for the General Fund Parks and Recreation Department for a baseball concession stand for a donation that'll be on a further resolution a little further down on the agenda, as well as an appropriation request for $531,578 to be appropriated for the wastewater treatment plant fund. And this is so the funds can be transferred from the wastewater treatment plant to the 430 fund that you just established for the project. And then out of the 430 fund, an appropriation request for $3,031,578 for the project construction, and an appropriation request for $8,750 for the loan fees. Total amount of appropriations requested, $3,581,706.
Okay, that shows you with our amount, that the bid amount for that, and we're putting 2,500,000 down. So our down payment, or our balance, or the loan is gonna be for what, 2,500, Lori?
2,500,000.
2,500,000. 2,500,000.
I should note on that 2,500,000, if the project comes in lower, we'll borrow a lesser amount, of course. And if the fund happens to have, over the course of the next year and a half, a lower amount of expenses, we'll also try to apply additional funds to the loan to lower the dollar amount over the life of the loan.
Any questions, council? That I'll entertain a motion.
I move we suspend.
I'll second.
Keith?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Make a motion to adopt.
Second.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. The next item is another ordinance. Lori, would you please number and read?
Ordinance number 14, 2017, an ordinance providing for the transfer of funds for the city of Bryan for the month ending May 31st, 2017. This is a transfer request of $300,000 from the 1% income tax fund to the 101 general fund for general spending purposes. A transfer of $150,000 from the 1% income tax fund to the 203 street department fund for general spending purposes. A transfer of $350,000 from the 0.5% income tax fund to the 401 capital improvement fund for capital improvement projects. A transfer of $50,000 from the 0.5% income tax fund to the sewer drain maintenance fund for general spending purposes. And a transfer of $531,578 from the wastewater treatment plant fund to the new 430 wastewater treatment plant effluent project, grit removal, and digester improvement project. Total amount of transfers requested, $1,381,578.
I move we suspend.
I'll second.
Keith?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Keith?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Next item is another ordinance, Lori.
Ordinance number 15, 2017, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Bryan Excavating LLC for the project known as 2017 North Myers Street 300 block sanitary sewer.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This project is just a very small project. Normally, we consolidate a few projects into one, but we had some issues in this particular block with some sewer backups, so not backups. The sewer main had collapsed in a few spots. So it was something that we didn't feel we could wait until we consolidated it. We estimated it out to be the $60,000 to $70,000 range, so we couldn't just hire someone direct, so we actually had to advertise for bids for it. So we did. And with that, Bryan Excavating was a low bidder, so I request you suspend the rules and authorize us to proceed. I think we've got like a 60-day completion date on it, so it should wrap up fairly quick.
How much in North Myers Street are you? Just that one block?
This is just the one block, and all we're doing, the sewer actually is in the terrace. It's actually in the stone berm area, so the only places that will affect pavement is just the lateral crossings where we go across the road. So we'll just replace the stone. A couple trees are gonna get taken down in the process. We've talked with the court, the arborist there to make sure everything's okay, and we'll plant some new ones after we're done like we typically do. But nice little small project, so.
Looks like we got a fair bid on it.
Fair bid, yep. The second bid was above my estimate, so
Yeah.
they weren't serious about the project, but that's fine. Keeps the other bidders honest, I guess is the way to say it.
I will move to suspend.
I'll second.
Carrie?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. At this time, we'll be going into executive session for compensation of personnel. We'll be returning shortly after a brief recess.
Could I have a motion, please?
Motion,
I'll make that motion, go into executive session for compensation.
I'll second.
Tommy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
yes. Next item on our agenda is a resolution. Lori, would you please number and read?
Resolution number 13, 2017, a resolution authorizing salary adjustments for the city department heads and assistant department heads by increasing the salaries in a range from 50 cents to $1.50 per hour, and increasing 3 secretary salaries in a range from 20 cents to $1 per hour, fire captain 50 cents per hour, and the clerk treasurer's assistant office manager 35 cents per hour as merit increases effective May 15th, 2017.
Every year, we've tried to work with different departments and within our budget and see if we can come up and at least equalize our salaries and our wages that people do get. And this was a year that we wanted to look, we thought of it at the beginning of the year, not able to do that, but we wanted to look at our salary people. And earlier in the year, there was a rate of, I think it was 47,776 or something that everyone had or should be paid in order to reach a standard, and that was withdrawn by a judge someplace and says no, that all the people who wouldn't have to put that in because then you'd have to adjust the other people above. So that dropped out, but we did look at all our salary people here, and then we looked at our 3 executive secretaries to see where their salary was and tried to get them within a few cents of one another. That's why the varying amount of cents or dollars is in there. So we've done what we could within our budget restraints at this time. And our wage committee did recommend this wage.
Any further comments, concerns, questions?
I think people ought to know that we've been toying with this idea for many years, and we're finally getting to it, and I think it's good that we try to compensate as best we can.
I make a motion to suspend.
Second.
Tommy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
I move to adopt.
Second.
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Item number 9 on our agenda is another resolution. Lori?
I'm sorry. Resolution number 14, 2017, a resolution to accept a $9,800 donation from the Bryan Baseball Association to the Parks and Recreation Department for concession stand on field number 4.
Mr. Dominic.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is the last and final donation from the Bryan Baseball Association to pay for the new concession stand that's going in between fields 2, 3, and 4.
You want to refresh people
Yeah, they made a
on the
30.
total amount?
Oh, you're gonna check my math, aren't you? 46.8 is the total, $46,800. They made a $37,000 donation back in, I'm not gonna say it, but earlier, and asked us if we would wait on the final until they reorganized at the first of the year. They finally got stuff around and are ready to make the final donation. We have received one bill from Welling Construction, but this will make it so we can cover whatever expenses are left. The building is coming along nicely. They have it pretty well enclosed. They have quite a bit of siding done. The electric on the inside is kind of roughed in. We finally got the sanitary there. We got water to run yet, but we're in pretty good shape.
What's your completion date prospective?
They didn't really give a completion date. Their attempt was to try to get it done before the start of the upcoming baseball season, and they'll be close, but we'll see. Right now, weather has kind of played a role on us a little bit getting back in there. So
Between you and Mr. Engineer, would either of you guys want to make some comments on what all is happening and out there on that Parks Road, and maybe at the end of the tunnel is a date?
yeah,
Because let's see, we've
Do you
got
want us to do
we
that
got-
now, or would you prefer we kind of wait till we get to the end and then we can do that kind of when you go around the room?
That's fine.
Is that
That's
okay?
fine. I just, yeah, you might, two guys get your heads together.
Yeah, that's
come
fine.
up with some sort of a presentation.
We want an annual report.
No, Brian. We haven't dropped the gavel yet.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, because we got the concession project going
Right.
on, we got the road project going on, we got the Y project going on,
Yeah,
you got the new roof on the baseball,
right,
Sumter.
right. We're
It's
busy.
a mess.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
We're busy.
So, yeah, just,
Yeah.
I've been hit a
We'll do
couple
it.
times and said, why now? And what are you guys thinking? And
Yeah.
blah. And what's going on? And the other comment I hear is that you guys, if you wanna use the mayor's office, shut the door and get a little plan together and then come back. But what's going on with all the trees? And what trees are going, what are coming, and what we putting in it? you
Right.
know? So, I mean, it's a conversation piece.
Yeah.
So, we will hear from you later on.
Absolutely.
Within 20 minutes.
Absolutely. Promise. Don't go nowhere.
At this time, I would, unless there are other
No,
questions,
I think I
okay.
filled it.
I'll entertain a motion.
Move to suspend.
I'll second.
Keith,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Judy,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Carrie.
Yes.
Item number 10 is hiring of park seasonal part-time employees. Ben.
Yeah, actually, you have three names listed in front of you there, Tim Unfeld, Glenn Wright, and Stephanie Culvert, that will be working seasonal part-time for the Parks and Recreation Department this summer. I would ask that you approve these hires. I would also add that all three of these people have been hired on a temporary 30-day hire by the mayor, so I'm just trying to make this an official hire. All positions are budgeted for according to the wage set in front of you. I can give you a little background if you want. Tim's one of the guys that's running our mower for us. Glenn is working with Court in the flower beds and the trees. And Stephanie is gonna help out with pavilion rentals and setups and that kind of stuff over the weekends for all of our pavilions.
I move to approve.
Second.
Judy,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes. Next item is a resignation, Ben.
Yes, I bring before you the resignation of Darby Davis. Darby's been with our preschool program, for, I think, almost 10 years now. And she's gonna go a little different direction in her career path. So, Darby's been terrific and wonderful to work with, and it's brought a lot to our program. Not only the preschool program, but also our summer programs. So we will definitely miss Darby, but wish her the best in whatever she chooses to do moving forward.
I move we accept this with regret. And thank you.
I'll second that.
Keith,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Carrie.
Yes.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much, Ben. Next item is an employee status change in the wastewater department. You wanna come on up here, Wes, and
I've only got one, so this should be easy. This is the employee status change for Josh Harper. We'd like to move him up to the assistant superintendent's position that I vacated. Josh has been around coming up on 10 years, and you've all heard plenty about him. We've talked about him. He's the right guy for the job, I feel, and if you're willing, we'd like to put him in the position.
Kind of bring them up with the other ones that, where you're at in that situation that are left. Mark?
Mark he's resigned, he's gone now. Randy's gonna be gone at the end of this month. And then, of course, Rick's been gone for a few weeks, so that's half our crew that's gone. And we have ads out right now. We've got a few resumes sent in at this point, but we still got a ways to go on it. So we're just trying to close the circle as quick as we can on it.
So we're filling 3 positions.
Yeah, eventually it'll be 3, yep.
Make a motion, we accept the recommendation.
I'll second it.
Tommy,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wes. First time at the microphone as the head guy. Next item is an employee status change with the recycling department. Mayor, are you gonna handle that?
Yeah,
or-
just the,
Okay.
get this done here. Put that back. Okay, yeah. It's almost out of me. We have, Mark Sponsor, you know, took over for Mike Spielman when he left, and Mark would have been on a 6-month probation, and we had started him at the rate that you see, and we're requesting that Mark be removed from probation. He's done a great job out there, recycling department as supervisor and keeping the department together and doing some new things, so we're quite excited with the work he's doing. So I recommend we take Mark off of probation after the 6 months is over. Effective May 8th is the date.
I move we approve this.
I'll second.
Keith,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes. Item number 14 is a resignation in the fire department.
Good evening.
Chief?
You have a letter before you asking to accept the resignation of Cody Carlisle from the Bryan Fire Department. Cody has moved out of the area and is no longer able to meet the obligations for the fire department. Cody's been with us for 7 years, which is about average for the volunteer fire department. We get them trained and they like it a whole lot and they'd like to go full-time, but unfortunately we don't have that kind of turnover and opportunity for them, so employment elsewhere.
Make a motion, we accept the retirement with regret. Resignation, I should say.
Okay, I'll second that.
Tommy,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. With nothing further on the agenda. The Wheeland and Dominic show will fill us in on.
Okay, Mayberry Drive. You're all familiar with what we're doing. Point A to point B. I can't comment on the trees other than trees basically come down. We always replant more. I think Ben might be able to elaborate a little bit more on the tree question. The completion date of that project, I guess you've been asked, Tommy, why in the heck are we doing that now? There is no good time to do a project, ever. When Ben and I talked, you know, when is the best time to build the road? November, December, January, and February. You can't build a road in those months. So we looked at a time frame as to when the best amount of time, when the least amount of the public would be affected, and that seemed to be the spring, right before summer ball starts. Because, you know, during the day, there's not a lot happening. In the mornings, there's a lot of after-school activities. So we set the completion date for the Friday before Memorial Day. I don't know if we're gonna make that or not. I think we're gonna have some weather delays. You know, you can't build a road if I can't plant corn, and I'm not planting corn this week, and I don't see us doing much next week. So they're saying 1 to 3 inches of rain again the end of the week is what I just saw in the forecast. So, but the contractor's moving ahead on their schedule, doing their excavating, and then as soon as it dries up, the road base will be ready to stone and curb and pave. So, you know, if in a perfect world and perfect weather, we would be done by Memorial Day, but it may go a week or so beyond that. But I'm not gonna say that yet because we don't really know yet exactly what the weather's gonna be. But as far as timing, I hope that answers your question on that, because if you look, if we did it, it's an 8 to 10 week project, no matter where we look at it. And we felt this was the least obtrusive 8 to 10 week project. Because I was afraid if we did it during the summer, June, July, and August, all day long, there's kids running in and out of there with ball practices during the day because they're not in school. We thought if we kept it during the school year, we thought it would be the least obstructive to everybody else. So, hope that answers your question on that. And anything else, I guess I can turn over to Ben.
If you go fall, you run into the soccer program and everything else. It's the lesser, we felt it was the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Fall, spring, either way, it wasn't, there's gonna be a
There's no
period
good
of
time.
time where it's not fun for anybody, and we understand that. But, we felt this is less invasive than what would have been when you start getting into a fall soccer season, you know, with, all those fields going, and then you have practice fields on the other end of the park. You still have flag football going on that takes place in the back area of the park, from the Y. So we have other things that go on during the fall season that we just felt like this was the best time to try to get it in there and get it done. It's gonna be, it's a nightmare, I understand, for everybody for a month and a half. I understand that. But I think when it's all said and done, it'll be well worth it.
So you're looking at Bear Drive somewhere Memorial Week to 2 weeks after.
Before school's out,
Yeah,
right?
Okay. Then the concession stand that we just talked about,
Mhm.
what's the guesstimate on completion?
I would guess they're very close to the same time frame.
Okay.
I mean,
Alrighty.
they're pretty close. I mean,
Okay.
a lot of it's roughed, looking for temporary inspection, and then they'll finish for a final. So I would guess within the next 3 to 4 weeks, they'll be wrapping up.
The baseball field looks like the roof is on,
Yeah,
just
well,
some trim,
yeah.
looks like trim needs to be done
And the
there.
problem is they sent the wrong color of trim. They would have been done last Friday, but they sent brown trim, and it's supposed to be green trim.
Gotcha,
So
okay.
that's the holdup, and we're waiting on the new trim to come in. Should be in within the next couple days, but weather doesn't look real promising right now.
What is the access route for all the equipment there at the Y? The construction equipment there. Now, I'm sure you've already talked about that, but that Mayberry Drive, that's coming up there very, very close to where the Y is, okay? But is that traffic, construction traffic, the diggers and the
Yeah,
walls? and
we didn't allow any construction traffic to go through the park. All the
Okay.
construction traffic has to come off Center Street through their primary entrance.
Okay, so it's
They
going
didn't
out-
want to tear up their entrance, so they're actually, I believe, going through Denny Winsler's property through a
Well,
temporary
I
entrance.
thought I heard somebody make a
Right.
comment
We-
about that.
Yeah, we didn't feel the street was, Mayberry Drive, what was left of it, was gonna hold all the construction traffic going in and out of there. And plus with all the kids and the ball diamonds and whatnot, if it's our city project, I have control over where the trucks go. So I can say, you cannot go this way. If it's a project that the Y has, I really don't have much say unless I shut them off right now and say, you know, you are gonna stick to a dedicated truck route to get in there and make your point of delivery direct through your property, not access through ours through the back way. So we had already had those conversations, and that was actually during the bid process of the Y. We had actually conversed with the architect and the bidders, with Kent Burke on
Because
that
we were
as
talking
well.
about that parking lot right there.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that they started using
They,
that parking lot.
right, that was a
Shut
lack, that was a
off.
poor communication between everybody on that whole deal. But, yeah, so that's when they started going through Winsler's property to
And
access.
they have used it a little bit. We asked them not to park back there, all that kind of stuff, because of the baseball, softball season. They still park back there, but they've been really respectful. When the kids start showing up, their work trucks are gone. Usually by 2:30, 3 o'clock, whoever's working back there either moves their vehicle or is gone for the day.
Okay, so going back to Mayberry Drive, so then, you're gonna, curb that, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, then, what's gonna happen on, just realistically, let's say on that north-south side of that, Mayberry Drive? Just landscape, replant trees
Yeah,
in there?
on
stuff
the
like
south
that?
side, on the south side by the
Where
field there.
bulk diamonds are and all that
Okay, on the
stuff,
north
right?
side, we've already started to plant a second row. That row was started 7, 8 years ago to the inside. Because the plan all the way along is if they ever redid Mayberry, the silver maples had to come out because of how close they were planted to the road. Even if you just went through there and put a curb, they still would have had to come out because you would have dug all the way along that root line, okay? So the silver maples were always gonna have to come out. So we started planting a row inside of the silver maples 10 years ago, 7, 8 years ago. So there's a row already started. We'll just continue that row all the way down through there. Are they gonna be 50, 60-year-old mature trees? No, they're not. Eventually they will be though. So it'll just take time. On the south, we'll do the same thing. Once we know where the curb line's at, we've already marked the property line. Patrick's helped us with that. We'll landscape all of that. It'll get put back to grass. Then in the fall, we'll plant trees along through there and it'll look good.
I've been asked if there's gonna be sidewalks.
Yes, absolutely.
Now-
Well, as I've shared with you guys through the budget hearing and all that kind of stuff, there is a plan for sidewalks. It's all about money. Right now, there are not sidewalks
Okay,
in
that's
that
what I
plan.
meant was now.
It's simple road and parking.
Okay.
Curb, gutter, road, parking.
So eventually sidewalks.
The
will be-
plan is to do a pathway around the baseball side, just like we did on the softball, or just like we did on the soccer side. To get the
Okay.
pedestrians off, walking
Road.
pedestrians off the road. Give them a pathway.
How wide's that, Mayberry gonna be?
Well, the pavement itself will be 24 feet wide, but then on top of that, we've got at least, I think it's about 20 feet of parking on the side. So you're gonna have all head-in parking like what we have as you're driving down Newdale.
Head in, you're talking parallel or
Just
angle?
90 degrees straight in.
Angle.
Well, we will ultimately angle it, correct. Yeah, at about a 60-degree angle, correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think when we repave or restripe, whatever we do on Newdale, we'll end up changing the parking from perpendicular to angle parking in there as well, to make it so the vehicles can get in and out easier.
And some of that also is to get them in and out is to also help with traffic flow.
Right.
If you've ever been out there on a Saturday morning for soccer or anything like that, where people are trying to go every different way, by the angle parking, when they back out, there'll be one way to go. There'll be one way to come in and one way to go out. You'll be able to park on either side, down the Newdale side, but not on the Mayberry side.
It'll be a learning curve, people have to learn.
So it'll definitely help with the flow of traffic in, and out, and around through the park.
Again, if you wanna stop in the office sometime, I can, you know, if I would've known yesterday or whatever, I could've brought an aerial in here and shown you all that. But stop in sometime, we can take a look at it, and I can show you the aerials and the color images on that, just if you have any questions on it, how you wanna, you know, if you need answers for people, or I can give you a printout, or whatever you want, so be more than happy to.
I hate to put you guys on the spot like tonight, things like that, and you've done
No,
a
it's
very
fine.
nice
It's all right.
job. But, you know,
Well, you guys have questions, we got
Yeah,
answers, so
right.
that's fine.
so I'm satisfied.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you much. Ben, do you have anything further that you would like?
No, that's enough.
You gave that enough. Chief Willis? Chief Siders?
No, sir.
Mr. Whelan?
I'm good, thank you.
You're good? Anything from Board of Public Affairs? Nope. Wes, you're good? Okay, down here, Mr. Day.
I'm good, thank you.
Nothing,
Moore?
thank you.
Just good luck to Darby and Cody.
Carrie? Nothing? Down here, Lori?
No, sir.
Rhonda?
No, sir.
Mayor?
Nothing tonight.
That was easy. What, you guys took all the thunder, so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Keith?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie? Yes. Greg?
Yes.